Hi, good morning. We are Team 3 and we're going to explain communication. Communication is the exchange of information that takes place between two or more individuals for the purpose of providing and receiving information. This process involves a sender and a receiver, in addition to the message that is expressed. Communication is a fundamental element for interaction and understanding. In order to achieve good communication, we must carry out a process through which trust is one of the main elements within this goal, providing, generating, and developing trust in a work team, in a relationship or in the family or even in your own appearance. It is the most viable option for people in our environment to feel comfortable and confident that their participation and initiative will be accepted and will not cause problems or danger for us. But this is the real question. How necessary is communication? Unlike other living beings, human beings have a reason to communicate. Some of us want to express feelings or emotions and share them through this communication, and it is also used to resolve conflicts or perform work activities that require collaboration for better results. On the other hand, things as simple as asking, clarifying, or reaching an agreement also need communication. To understand a little more about the developed communication, I will give some examples, like a job interview in a company, a political debate between different candidates presenting their political ideas, and a phone call between two friends. And at the end, to communicate, there is more than one way to do it. The main ones are verbal and auditory. However, a crossing of glances between two people can communicate the beginning of a long talk, as well as the contact can express affection towards another person.
Company history. Communication can be created within a work team to make work activities more comfortable among colleagues. By creating this interaction, you are helping your employees feel more motivated to carry out the projects of the company. This idea of having communication to have a motivation is one of the most favorable techniques to the company. The following is a brief example of how this technique can be applied and how this is effective within the collaborators.
Hello, good morning, team.
Good morning.
What do you think? I have wonderful news.
Tell us.
What is the news?
The situation is this, team. We have been offered a job opportunity to advertise the Coca-Cola company through an advertisement.
Wow, this is great news.
Of course, it is. We have to seize this opportunity.
Sure, what should we do?
Well, the idea is that we'll collaborate in development of this commercial. Some of us will do the marketing and others design.
I think it's
Yes, I agree.
Then let's go to the office to talk more in depth about it.
okay.
Okay, tell me your ideas.
I think that inside the ad there should be an artist or a group of celebrities to make the ad more attractive.
I think we should have a special them to catch the public's attention.
Very well. Both ideas seem wonderful to me. Now, the problem is how can we make these ideas come true?
I can take care of contacting some famous artists.
Perfect.
I will research the trends of the moment to get the general public attention.
Perfect, guys. All of them are wonderful ideas. Think clothing, you will support me with the body of the ad. I will get in practice to get the necessary permissions.
Sure,
We agree, boss.
We will also need to talk to TV stations to create playback schedules for the commercial, but that will be checked when the preparations are ready to start recording. Understood?
Of
of
course,
course,
boss.
boss.
Excellent. Let's go to work.
As you can see in this small example, the two workers felt that the boss took into account their ideas in motivating them to continue being interested in the project. A good team is always more feasible when they are motivated to their corresponding activity.
And now we're going to explain communication, power, and influence. Within a company, there is a division of communication, external and internal. We have internal newsletters, internal magazines, meetings, internet, CSR, wiki, video conference, and in external, we have website, social networking, interviews and collaborations, and at the end, press releases. And now I'm going to explain power. In order to understand how power has participation in communication, it is thanks to the measure of capacity that an individual possesses to influence with the behavior of another. It is here where the level of development and the ability to influence with attitude are applied. So that's due to your degree of confidence. People who follow your steps and trust you. Perform the actions that you can give them. Each person has qualities that develop in different ways, and the power varies depending on the way we use it and need it. Power of experience. This means that the person has gone through many situations which will help him or her to create it through experiences. Power of reference. Having a model to follow, either physical or some small experience, makes more powerful to have a criterion. Power of retribution. This means knowing when someone is perfect fake. And now I'm gonna explain influence. Finally, influence is an important aspect to achieve changes and improvements within a business environment or a context that we intend to streamline, because based on good behaviors and personality, our environment will follow us to achieve those goals. Decision-making in an organization is a debate where a few individuals come because the importance is high. When they are gathered, we realize that there are people high standards and their influence is enough to be taken into account in this decision. Some of the influential entrepreneurs are inspirational, defender of their position and encourage the rest, assertive, insistent that your ideas are heard, rational, you offer logical and persuasive reasoning, negotiator, you seek compromises and make concessions to reach agreements, and finally, connector, you build bridge, listen and understand.
Now we're going to explain motivation. Motivation is a spark that inspires you to do some activity or make some change. This is extremely important for a person. That attitude we have towards things is what will take us to the point we want to reach. Many factors are needed for a person to be really interested in doing an activity. When there is a small spark in something that we are willing to work on is when we start to move to achieve it. First, all of there is an internal motivation when each individual encouraged to do things. There is also an external motivation, which is one of that society takes care of. When we talk about motivation within a company, the factors that drive us in this area are almost always the social environment within the company and within your work. Being paid positively in front of your peers will motivate you to continue to grow steadily through your achievement and recognition for them. Having a good motivation within your work circle has many advantages, such as, for example, you will see a better performance within the activities performed by the same. You will have a better performance within the product. The worker or collaborator will have more sense of belonging to the company. Wearing the company's shirt implies a lot of effort and motivation to the worker, since this is like a kind of payment in exchange for their satisfaction, their work. Within a company, there is also personal or internal motivation. This exists because the external motivation drives you to keep walking, and with it, your personality keep encouraging you to keep doing things well or even improve them.
I hope you like this video.
And this is all about our subject.
Thank you.